So if you've been following me for quite a while now, you might know what ignorant setter and science trained setter terms actually mean. But if not, I want to use these next 10 minutes or so to break down exactly how terrible for your business it can be to have an ignorant setter placed inside versus how beneficial it can be to have a science trained setter. So first of all, what's ignorant setter? Ignorant setters are specific group of people. I like to call them ignorant because unfortunately 99.9% of people are ignorant setters. It means that they only care about themselves. They want to get rich quick. They probably try themselves in some other side hustles before, such as trading. They didn't make any money, probably were doing it for a month, then decided to hop into drop shipping, SMA, tried it for a couple of months, didn't make any sales, decided to dip, and so on and so on. And now they've realized that appointment setting side hustle is getting more and more traction, and they probably also seen the fact that average setters are making 5 to 8k a month, and they think, oh, average setters are making that much money, I can at least be average. But they don't realize it doesn't work like that. They don't realize how complex the skill of selling something actually is, and how much of a consistent work they need to be putting in to actually get to even being an average appointment setters. Once again, they just want to get rich quick and deep, which is something that's not beneficial at all for your company, because you as a business owner are probably here to play this game long term. Whereas science trained setter is someone who generally wants to improve the company. If there is a sales team in place of 5 to 6 setters and 1 to 2 closers, science trained setter wants to be an A player. He wants to be the main man responsible for most of the sales coming through either him on your end, right? Then ignorant setter is someone that wants a monthly retainer. He can't be bothered to, let's call it that way now, to work for free, because they think commission basis is working for free. They are, let's say, afraid that you'll scam them. But they don't realize, unlike science trained setters, they don't realize that appointment setting is fully performance based side hustle, which means that the more consistent work they put in, the better they get at automating an entire sales process, the more calls they book, and ultimately the more money they're making due to those booked calls. Then ignorant setter is someone who will come at you saying, oh, I need few weeks to adapt to you because you are a new company. But it doesn't work like that. That's just a bullshit excuse. I don't see why. I don't see what's the catch behind that, because science trained setters are group of people, specific group of people that start immediately. They immediately adapt to a new company, and they start by extracting 10 high quality leads in the first 7 days, and at least 10 high quality leads, so you can close multiple of them, just so they can prove that they actually know what this is all about. Ignorant setter is someone who will start booking unqualified people onto the calls for you, thinking that the quantity is far more important than quality. He'll come at you saying, oh bro, I booked 30 calls this month, you didn't close any. But in reality, those calls could be just with some random third world guys that genuinely can't afford those services. He didn't qualify them, he didn't warm them up, and of course you're not gonna close. Whereas science trained setter books only qualified people onto the calls because he knows that the quality is far more important than quantity, and he doesn't want to waste you a single second of your time on those bullshit prospects. Ignorant setters don't keep the track of leads. They just can't be bothered because they think it's not important. And this is actually one of the main differences that separates all the 99.9% of setters from these 0.1% of setters that are science trained, right? Because science trained setters utilize Pro CRM machine to get the most out of every single lead. So if you're wondering what Pro CRM machine is, this is something that I came up with, fully automated Pro CRM, where you can keep the track of every single lead in your pipeline. You just enter them there, and then they are being progressed chronologically, literally, from being a cold lead to being qualified to being sent a VSL to Calendly sent to booked to closed ultimately. And even though you might not have this specific Pro CRM machine in place right now in your business, the main thing is that you need for your setter to keep the track and keep managing, keep filling out that CRM, because that's how you actually progress. If you have 100 leads, it's humanly impossible to remember every single one of those without actually writing them somewhere. So just make sure that your setter actually utilizes that. What ScienceTrain setters also utilize is hunt and kill funnel. Hunt and kill funnel to target and book dream customers ready to buy, assuring you that you hop on those objectionless calls where all you'll have to do is just make the prospect realize, just sell to the prospect, collect the cash. That's literally it. And the ignorant setters just chases random non-ideal prospects, and after failing, which is inevitable, they'll say, oh, this doesn't work, and they'll switch to another side hustle, meaning that they're just gonna be hopping from one side hustle to another, and yeah, they will never, I repeat, they will never make a single penny online by actually having that kind of an approach. Ignorant setters also doesn't follow KPIs or SOPs, whereas ScienceTrain setters utilize Bottleneck's Elixir to find and fix exact struggles in your business. So I've actually remembered, in case I didn't show you what Bottleneck's Elixir is, it looks something like this. These are the KPIs that he's setting and trying to improve on over a certain period of time. So for instance, this is how it usually works. This is what I usually teach my guys to do with these KPIs. So they're tracking it per every 1000 messages that they send, preferably if your offer is 5k or more. So they reach out to, let's say, 1000 people, they get 150 replies, send 45 yes sells, and only 20 of them actually convert to having a call proposal, only 8 of them book call. Show up rate is 5 out of 8, right? 2 closes, which is ultimately 10,000 euros closed per every 1000 messages that those setters send. And this is some reality when a certain appointment setter, preferably ScienceTrain setter, hops inside someone's business, simply because it's just not optimized to the fullest potential yet. And then what ScienceTrain setters do, they set certain targets, and this is how Bottleneck's Elixir actually works. They set certain targets, and you can immediately see by combining this Bottleneck's Elixir with this right here, which is hunt and kill funnel, with first strikers, meaning which stands for openers that they're going to be sending to new prospects that come into your pipeline. They start utilizing first strikers, and they immediately see the reply rate at least doubling. Then as you're progressing, you're gonna start noticing an exponential growth as well, and this number of VSL sent is not gonna double but almost triple, because it just works like that. Entire process becomes more automated, and it just becomes easier to handle all the different leads. Then call proposals also skyrocket, booked calls skyrocket, show up rate skyrockets, and closes also skyrockets. And some realistic targets that you are setting, or ScienceTrain setters are setting, is that you start closing 100k per every 1000 messages sent. And here's the catch: ScienceTrain setters actually realize that, let's say they're on 10% commission, and it means that they're making 1k euros per every 1000 messages sent, and it's probably not enough, because it's just too much work for, I don't know, some small amount of cash such as 1k, right? And when they start implementing this Bottleneck's Elixir and combining it with this hunt and kill funnel, they realize that they could be, instead of 1k per every 1000 messages sent, they could be making 10k per every 1000 messages sent, right? And I'm sure you as a business owner will reward your setters if they manage to provide you with such results. So they're not only making more, like, still they're not making 10% still, but they're also going to be making much more than 10k in this scenario, if you're a proper business owner and if that's something you're looking for. But if not, they might still be satisfied with 10k, because it's quite a lot for appointment setters, considering that 5 to 8k is what average setters are making. Then when it comes to hunt and kill funnel that I've covered in this previous topic, let's say, hunt and kill funnel is designed so you actually start selling your 5k plus packages with ease without having to face a single objections. And this is what I actually teach all the science trained setters inside my programs. And simply, by the way, the reason why they're called science trained setters is because my program is called Setter Science, and everything is scientifically, I mean, everything has been already scientifically experimented, and now I've came up with the formula that works the best. And within that formula, there is this hunt and kill funnel. First strikers, like I've already covered, these are the openings, green flag qualifiers. So those setters actually realize if there is even any point in having a conversation further, because if they're not qualified, then what's the point? They're not gonna be booking them because they don't want to waste your time. Vision maskers, pain exposures, discovering their goals and discovering their pains that are actually, keeping them away from reaching those goals. Leveraging the pain, so they realize that that pain needs to be solved ASAP. Offering them a solution, transitioning to booking a call, and actually pre-selling them. So all you have to do is just collect that cash. And that's what I'm teaching my science trained setters to actually do, because that's the only way that you as a business owner can have a profitable and sustainable business that you can be running from anywhere in the world with just under an hour per day. And ultimately, when we add this all up, what we get? We get that ignorant setters just give you a hard time and leaves short-term partnership, because once again they just want to get rich quick, and after they realize it doesn't work like that, they just dip, and your business actually stays at the worst place than it was before you actually hired that ignorant setters. While science trained setter is here for a long term, he is here for a long run, and he helps you scale your business while making your life easier, so you don't have to send a single DM ever again. This entire workload is delegated to him, and he knows that that's the way that both you and him can be making a lot of money. And I want to give you one pointer that's really, really important, because if you have a certain appointment setter in your team right now, and if you feel that you're not satisfied with his work, before you start blaming him, which wouldn't be a good thing because he might have a good potential, you should just start from yourself. First of all, what you should analyze when it comes to your management would be, are you even hopping on these daily meetings with him? Because if not, you should definitely start doing that. At least 15 to 20 minutes a day, you should be hopping on those accountability calls, so you actually help them stay on track with these KPIs or SOPs. Or if you still haven't set them up, just set up those KPIs and SOPs that you can later down the line start tracking. Then you can also analyze how they're progressing with tracking the leads inside their CRM. Then you just in general need to keep them accountable, because when those guys in your sales team realize that you genuinely care about your business, they'll feel extra motivated and they'll start performing more, because by them seeing your efforts, they'll start liking you more, they'll start developing a healthier relationship, they'll start performing more, and as they're performing, your business will thrive more. And that's where this secret lays in, right? But I know that having those daily accountability calls, or just keeping them accountable through messages every single day, might be draining, but that's what's required if you want a profitable business. And if that's the case, I think it'd be delusional for you to be wanting to run a business with 20 minutes a day, because you still need to do some work besides creating content or helping and delivering the results to your current clients. But if not, I've actually opened 2 spots this month. It's 2nd of September, and I've opened spots for only 2 people that want to automate that business and start having their science trained sales team in place, so they can just enjoy running their business on some random beach. So if you feel that this is something for you, and if you feel like you'd like to start extracting those hidden leads from your audience through science trained setters and through pro CRM machines, through hunt and kill funnel, through bottlenecks elixir, if you feel like this is something for you, just reach out to me on my IG. That's gonna be down there in the description. Send me a message saying I'm in or something, and we'll brainstorm a plan for you. And by the way, for this group, I've included a personal one-on-one call where I'm gonna personally hire your science trained setter that's specifically tailored around your niche, around your target audience, and around your offer. So, like I've said, I've opened only 2 spots, so I can actually focus on getting those results to the next 2 guys. And yeah, reach out to me saying I'm in if you're interested, and we'll sort out something for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.